Man, it was a game to watch. I watched that game from start to finish. It was an exciting game. The chat was lit the whole game and afterwards. But before we do that, we gotta bring up our special guest, 76ers fan. We gotta bring up my bro, my brother, diehard fan. He was ready for the series. J Mo. And that's the picture we used for the heading of the show too. It's like,
Facts.
Hey man,
hey, why you going to camera?
hey man, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up, J-Mo?
PJ Jam. What's good, J Mo? I know you excited. You feeling good right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I'm doing all right.
So look, man, your Sixers, they poured out an overtime win. All right. Let's talk about the game. What happened?
All right, so the obvious first reason, James Harden. I don't know what is up with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even the point totals that, you see the point totals, you think he gets strapped games 2 and 3, but if you actually watch games 2 and 3, you're like, why are you not doing the same things you just did when you dropped 40? Like, he's not aggressive the same way. Then he gets in the interview and say, I want to win every game. That, bro, don't look like it. You can't blame us, like, for accusing you of sabotaging the game. I mean, look at he got 4 or 5 wide open floaters. He looked right at the basket that he passed it out. Then the next game, he come and drop 40 and hit the game winner. Like, it's crazy to me, bro. But, like, I just hope that he does the 40-point game more often than he does the 5 for 28 in games 2 and 3. It's like literally night and day, man. Yes, sir, Jerry. I'm going for some more bread today too. Shout out my guy. But yeah, James Harden, man. He I don't know. I honestly don't know, man. It's crazy because it's not like he like trying to be aggressive. He's just off. He's just literally a different player, game to game. It's crazy. Second, I want to bring up Embiid. Solid game by Embiid. I would say good game by Embiid. Not his best. If you were a late person and just watched the end of the game, you probably didn't think Embiid had 34 points because he was like 1 for 6 in fourth quarter overtime or something like that. He was bad down the stretch. Al Horford played some great defense. And shouts out to PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker said he got in that man's face and said, "Bruh, can't nobody stop you. What are you doing?" He told him the same thing I be saying when I'm looking at the TV. I'm like, Embiid, you are too big to let anybody stop you. And that's no disrespect to Al Horford, Robert Williams, or anybody else. Nobody can stop you one-on-one. So when there's not a double team, I expect a bucket or a foul. I don't expect you to get stopped like that. Twice in a row, 3 times in a row, that can't happen. On a lot of his jump shots, even the times he's trying to contest a shot, his body is big, he's there, but he's not getting the same lift because of his injury. It's not an excuse. It's just literally a reason, But he's out there. He got 34 and 13, so that's no excuse. I also want to say Tobias Harris gets no bump when James Harden is aggressive. So he might either got to play less minutes or I guess get better at doing dirty work, because when James Harden is on, Tobias is an afterthought. Unless he gets the ball on a drive and kick, he's not going to be doing much if James Harden is being aggressive. Maxey can get on because Maxey is a preferred catch and shoot target for our team. He's like the first person that gets the ball on the break. Whenever we get a rebound, we're looking at him first. So he's going to get his just off spurt plays, erratic plays, freak plays, and stuff like that. Shout out Niang. My man Niang came in and hit like 3 threes. Play some good defense. I always love Niang, and he's gonna talk his talk right in front of the Celtics.
My God.
That's my guy. All right. And but another thing I want to get to is this Tatum offensive foul. Now, shouts out to my guy Maxey, who's not a flopper. All right. My man Maxey was 10 toes down. Maxey was 10 toes down on that play. Anybody else would have easily flopped, and we probably would have got the call, but Maxey didn't sell it. He tried to play real defense, and I think they should have called it. Everybody keeps saying we got Embiid and Harden on the team, so we shouldn't be complaining about fouls. We do the same thing all game. I'm like, if you watch the last few possessions of that fourth quarter, we got the blocking foul on Marcus Smart, which I honestly think, the charge that was on Marcus Smart when Embiid, he drew the charge on Embiid. I honestly think that if the original call was a charge instead of a block, then it wouldn't have got switched over to a block from a charge and vice versa. It was originally called as a block, and then they reviewed it. They didn't have enough evidence to change it. So the original call matters, no matter how good the replay is. So that's what people got to understand. And where was I? Oh, the block. Yeah. So they called one when Marcus Smart and PJ. I think Marcus Smart was just trying to slip a screen. They bump into each other. Marcus Smart failed. They called a foul. Then they had one where Jason Tatum went to the basket, turned his back, and threw the ball up. And they called a foul. And then they don't call the offensive foul on Tatum. I'm like, bro, the last 4 or 5 fouls that you call influences the end of that game. Like, the way you're calling the calls down the stretch, you got to keep it consistent. You can't just, these are playoff games. There's so much pressure on my man Embiid. They dogging my man. They dogging Harden. The ref can't do this to us, man. Not at home. We was at home, too. That's very, very appropriate right there. And I said all that to say, none of that stuff the ref do don't matter because we the best team in the clutch.
Let's go.
We've been the best team in the clutch in the regular season. We've been the best team in the clutch in the playoffs. And as long as these games are close, we're going to beat the Celtics because the Celtics sorry in the clutch. They under 500 in the clutch. They win most of their games when they blow people out. In the clutch, they can't close probably because Udoka gone and probably because they don't have a real facilitator. So with that being said, as long as these games are close, I think we can get these guys. Even if they're not close, I'm confident because Embiid is back. I know some people gave me pushback because at the beginning of the series, I didn't speak on a winner or a loser. And I felt like I had a mean olive branch to do that because Embiid was out. The reports were saying he wasn't even going to look nowhere near what he's doing now. So now that he's back, like I said before, I'm 10 toes down.
Let's get it. All right.
Let J-Mo cook. You got to let him cook.
Hey, J-Mo. I picked the Celtics, but I'm rooting for y'all. I swear I am not lying. I said this in the chat yesterday, and I mean this. I do not like the Celtics one bit. It ain't one vessel in my blood that roots for the Celtics at all. I don't like them whatsoever. I don't like their team. I don't like flopping Marcus Smart. I don't. I want y'all to win the series. I do, but I also want to beat the Celtics because I got so much revenge for them. I want Jimmy to just go off and cook them boys. Now, what you said about James Harden kind of reminds me of AD. Not other than the AD being Mr. Glassman, but when AD plays aggressive, the Lakers are much better. I think y'all are much better when James Harden plays aggressive. And I think that also accounts for Tobias Harris not being involved in the game. I personally think Tobias Harris is overpaid. I think that contract that he got should have gone to Jimmy Butler, and y'all would be a much better team if you had Jimmy Butler other than Tobias Harris. Now, Tobias Harris mainly got that contract because of what he did when he was with the Clippers, not more so what he did when he was with y'all. Because when Jimmy Butler played, he was more involved in the game than Tobias Harris was. He was more of a key piece. Tobias Harris is just there to me. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's worth the contract that he got. Now, I don't think he's a sorry player, but I don't think he's worth the money. And B's doing what he needs to do, and so is Harden. I think if those two play well, you definitely have a chance to win the series, for sure. It can go 6 or 7. I definitely believe I still got the Celtics winning, but I have my own reasons of why I want that to happen. But y'all got some players that are hungry. You got my boy PJ Tucker over there, and he gonna hustle every single play. He gonna make sure he do whatever he needs to do to help that team win. He gonna grab offensive boards. He gonna defend the person's best player. I don't know why you Playing the same
It
music.
sound like you said you miss him. Continue.
I think that's pretty obvious. That's obvious. That's obvious. I'm not going to deny that. But he just fits. He fits what any team needs. He's that. I don't want to say Draymond, but you know what Draymond is. He's going to come in there and he's going to be feisty. Draymond going to have some dirty plays in there. PJ Tucker not going to have no dirty plays. He's just going to be tough. He's just going to play you tough no matter what. Maxey is becoming a star. I think he needs to get much more minutes than Tobias Harris. And if you play him a lot more, you got a chance to win the series. And the Celtics, I know I've said that we are inconsistent, but the Celtics are also an inconsistent team.
Capital
They and this is this is a shot to the Magic. This is a shot to the Magic because we beat them 3-1 this year. But the Celtics lost that regular season series to the Magic 3-1.
Bruh.
How are you the number 2 seed in the East and you can't beat the Orlando Magic in the regular season in the series? It's inconsistent. Now, I remember what you said before about you wanting the ball in Marcus Smart's hands, but I think no matter who hands you put it in, if it ain't Al Horford, you got a chance to get the ball away from somebody else. Because Jason Tatum could turn the ball over. Jaylen Brown could turn the ball over as well. We saw what happened in the finals last year with both of them. They both was turning the ball over like crazy, especially Jason Tatum. So I don't think any of them are really good decision makers. The best decision maker is Brogdon. But you see who they continue to get the ball to, they keep putting it in Marcus Smart hand as if he's a really good point guard. He's not. He's just small, so he has to be a point guard. But he's not really a good point guard. He can defend and flop, and he can make some shots. I'm not saying that he's a terrible player, but he's not what you want your typical point guard to be able to make some to be able to make some key plays, playmaker. Because Steph, people could try to say that he's not a point guard, but he's a point guard. He led the league in assists before. So he knows he makes really good decisions.
Who, Steph?
Yeah.
No, he never led the league in assists. Well,
what I'm saying, okay, that's false. But still, we know Steph can be a point guard. We know he can make key plays. He's a really good playmaker when he needs to be. Marcus Smart is not that. Marcus Smart is not the guy that needs to be out there trying to take the last shot as if he's him. Because he's not.
All right. Let me go first. Might take my point, man. First of all,
I got jokes, so go ahead. Huh? I got nothing but jokes over here, so go ahead.
Okay, let's relax. All right, let's relax here. Okay, the Celtics didn't lose by 30. He lost in overtime by 1 point.
I don't care. Right? I don't like the Celtics. That's
yeah. Look, if the viewers didn't watch the game, they would have thought Philly won by 40. All right, not the Warriors. This is the Celtics. All right. So look, first I want to give James Harden's props. All right. James Harden and Maxey, both of them. When they were using the pick and roll with Joel Embiid, they took advantage of Joel Embiid's presence because in the pick and roll, the guy that's the guard obviously is trying to recover on Harden, but at the same time worrying about Embiid. So is the big, and James Harden was aggressive on that pick and roll and pick and pop. So was Maxey. Maxey actually, when James Harden had the ball, they actually stayed on James Harden, and James Harden used his size and was physical going to the cup. Maxey, on the other hand, on the pick and pop, they was anticipating Maxey to give it an Embiid. He was blown right past him almost every time. All right. Now, James Harden was literally cooking everybody one-on-one. Everybody. I mean, he cooked Derek White one time, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams stuck there one time, cooked them one time. Tatum had a nice block on him, but he got him in the fourth quarter with that one. He kind of pushed off too, J-Mo. But, hey, they ain't call y'all. They ain't call theirs, all right? So I want to give him his props. And he was clutch. Hit the floater to go to overtime and hit the 3 to win the game. Now, the person I want to talk about, though, is P.J. Tucker. J-Mo, P.J. Tucker saved y'all season. Saved y'all season. Tomo, put that clip for me real quick. This play right here saves y'all season. Y'all were done. And that putback he got saved the season. Look at Josh Stopper. Thank you, God, right? And then look at him in the B face, man, right here. You're like, man, what you doing, man? You gotta come on, man. What's wrong with you? Because Embiid was right there for the rebound, and PJ Tucker got it. So PJ Tucker is one of them guys that you were talking about, Dave, right? He one of them guys like, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. I know I'm not the guy, but I'm the guy that's going to bring that energy, and I trust you. And B, I trust you, man. Come on, I came here for you. And James Harden, come on, y'all. Come on, I'm not used to this. I'm used to playing with Giannis, who's playing 100 miles per hour. We're going to play hard every second of the game. That's what I'm used to. Jimmy Butler, who's going to play hard every second of the game. Not this BS. Wake up. And they woke up and went to work, and they won. So I believe PJ Tucker was exactly what y'all needed, right? And that one play, he saved y'all season right there. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Oh, sorry. Lastly, y'all turned up because in the first half, y'all were way more physical than the Celtics. Then in the second half, the Celtics picked up the intensity, and I would say fourth quarter, they picked up the intensity and they made that run. So that's why if you're a Celtics fan, I know we glorifying 76 right now, but if you're a Celtics fan, no need to be worried because it's all about physicality. If the Celtics are physical, and Jamal, I know you said that they saw in the clutch. Well, that wasn't really the clutch. Up by 10-8 the whole game. But the game before that, Tatum closed the deal. So we can't forget that, Dave. I know you keep talking about him turning the ball over from the NBA Finals, but it's a new year, Dave. It's a new year. You got to move forward. I know you said sick of that 3-point shot Jimmy Butler missed, but it's a new year, bro. It's a new year. So I still got the Celtics winning this series, but I said 5. I was 100% wrong because Embiid looks really good, man. Really good. And James Harden, kudos to you, but you got to keep being aggressive.
How you gonna say it wasn't a clutch game? It went to overtime.
No, I'm talking about the game, not this game. I'm talking about the game before that.
I'm about to say, all right, go ahead, Tom.
I just want to address one point. One, the 76ers won. So I don't know what he mean by this comment. Kev said they lost because Micah showed up with that Cowboy Pixie smut dust. I don't get it. When you saying the Celtics lost, but he was rooting for the 76ers. See what I'm saying? The evil brain is scattered. 2.
Man had a Sixers jersey on.
Exactly, but we all know why James Harden went off. You all are talking about the intensity, the aggression. Little baby was front row. He had to show off. He was like, man, I got you, man. I'm gonna get 50 for you tonight, and he got 50. That's exactly what happened. And I do appreciate PJ Tucker though standing up because I seen that and I said, oh, Dave gonna be. I know Dave got something to say about this because he been talking about Pat Riley and not bringing PJ Tucker back. And he walked over to Embiid, and that's exactly what Jimmy Butler would have did in that moment. PJ Tucker did it, and I said, but Miami still winning. So if y'all was home, I know you'd have been even more upset. PJ Tucker did that.
Man, I would have been so pissed. I would have been pissed. Pat Riley would not have ever left the doghouse if that was the case.
Hey, real quick, James Harden gave Joel Embiid that Rolex. Little baby like, I gotta be more of a better friend. Man, should have front row.
And he brought a guest. He brought a high-profile guest. He brought Michael with him. He said, I got somebody for him.
Man, little baby is so uncoordinated. He don't even know how to celebrate. He don't even know how to celebrate right, man. He got up and said, let's go, almost failed. I was like, little baby.
So, J-Bo, before you hop off, last words, y'all, the next time you come on, well, y'all play tomorrow. We'll get you again. But talk to us, man. How y'all looking? Last word.
Man, look, at the end of the day, Doc Rivers is a championship coach. He's been named one of the 15 greatest coaches of all time. I think he's having a pretty good series. I don't think it's anything to dog him out about, and say typical Doc Rivers fashion, anything like that. There's no reason to troll. I think he's doing a pretty good job maxing out his 2 players. He's maximizing their talents. Is whatever they can't do is not because of Doc Rivers at this point. At least so far in the series, it's like solely on them. Nobody's telling Embiid to catch the ball 2 or 3 steps higher than he should. If Doc Rivers telling you to run the play at the 3-point line, take 2 steps back and catch the ball right there. Like, you the player at the end of the day. So I shout out to Doc Rivers. Back to the Tobias thing, man. I just think he gets a lot of burn because we don't have nobody to guard Tatum except him. He is right. He is cooking him. And then I know I was mad that Maxey kept getting the switch at the end, but I was like, I don't know. Maxey might have to stay on him the way he was cooking Tatum. He was cooking Tatum, bro. It's crazy, but Shouts out to the team, man. We still 10 toes down. I like us. You know what I'm saying? I like us. And Embiid and Harden are going to have to keep maxing out. We need one more game from either Niang or DeAnthony Melton or you know, we need PJ to hit 2 or 3 threes. Like we need one more game. We either need one game from one of those guys, or we need all of them to hit two threes apiece. Like we just need one more because Harden and Embiid gonna get us one more. Well, we need these role players to step up because these role players is giving Tatum and Brown all the help they need. So we need our role players to step up and give us some help. Because I think they can put up another 35 apiece, but I don't want to have to depend on it. You know, I need somebody to hit a couple threes. So yeah, like I said, man, I like us, and we 10 toes down.
Let's get it.
Well,
All right, J-Mo, appreciate you.
Don't depend on Tobias Harris to hit those three short.
All right, Dave. As soon as he hit a 3 next game, I'm coming at you.
He said, hey, Dave, chill. He's still a Sixer, all right?
That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
I can him. He sound like Tom with the Wizards. Only I can talk about the Wizards.
Hey,
man, like Vegeta.
All right, J-Mo, appreciate you for coming on. You always spitting facts about Philly, and we'll see you next time. We're going to see you again.
Peace.
Yeah. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.